Oh boy, my favorite. Oh boy. A new Virtua Fighter game. This trailer is made with pre-alpha footage. Game content presented in this video is subject to change. Of course it is. Of course. I don't think this is copyrighted. I'm not sure though. Bird. What's with 3D fighting games and putting birds in they shit? Like, Tekken's been doing this since at least 5. Ryuga waga teki woku dao! The morning is broken. At what point do you say, I quit, you win? Gonna let this man throw you through some concrete. Like, you deserve it. His fit is real clean, though. Let's be very, like, real about something. Like, his fit not being knockoff Ryu for once is clean. VirtuaFighter. VirtuaFighter is back. Sorry. I thought I saw something weird. Damn. So I'm not going to pull up the direct. I already watched it. They talked about Virtua Fighter 6 for like 10 minutes, and then the rest of it is just, hey, we did all this stuff to Virtua Fighter 5, you know, the game you've been playing since 2007. Go buy it again. Go play it some more. Which I'm very aware Virtua Fighter fans never left, and they'll do it. General FGC and people who play video games were never there in the first place, so, like, you know, they probably won't, but whatever. It's taking everything in me to not be facetious and just say a bunch of mean, but factually correct stuff about Virtua Fighter. I'm not going to. I'm also not going to throw my vitriolic, subjective opinions on all 5 Virtua Fighters up to this point, because I'm not going to do that. What I am instead going to do is say this. I hope Virtua Fighter 6 does really well, does something that wows all of us and puts us in a position where this is a great game and everybody should play it. I hope it's so good it brings back 3D fighting games. The 3D fighting game genre is my favorite genre of fighting games. Arena fighters are at the bottom. Then it's platform fighters. Then it's anime fighters. Then it's standard 2D fighters. And then it's 3D fighting games. Also, like Marvel vs. Capcom, tag fighters. Some people separate those from anime fighters. I consider anything where you air juggle and air dash is an anime fighter, in my honest opinion. Like, I understand there's, like, certain air juggles in Mortal Kombat. There's certain air juggles in, like, Rival Schools, and that plays more like a Street Fighter than, like, a Guilty Gear, but it doesn't need to be complicated. The point is, 3D fighting games are my favorite. And the unfortunate reality is the first 3D fighting game franchise ever, Virtua Fighter, is the one I like the least. In fact, I can honestly say I don't like it very much at all. I don't hate it. I hate people who glaze this game, who like jock ride this game like it can do no wrong, or that there isn't a reason it hasn't been gone since 2007. Like, I hate to break it to you, but the meme in 2012, when for like what different people who entering tournaments were, the meme for Virtua Fighter is an empty chair because no one's there. Anyway, they're not bad games though. Like it's not like they're bad and they don't deserve, like they're good games. I find them boring. Their button scheme is way less intuitive than Tekken's. The things you have to do to make certain characters function, like it fluctuates. Like, don't get me wrong, like I liked El Blaze and Shun-Di in Virtua Fighter 5. Like, I had characters. But it's only a slight exaggeration to say to play Akira, you have to press back, down, back to forward, and then the punch button. And then he does this stupid shoulder tackle thing that they're making seem is like so important and such a good aspect of his character. Yeah, that's like 4 directional inputs and a punch button. Julia and Leo, that's 2 buttons. I just did the shoulder tackle. With Akira, and then it comes out. Like, come on, man. Like, there's reason to bitch. There's reason to... And people are like, yeah, because you have a small brain. You like Tekken more because your brain is small and because it's easier and it gives you dopamine fixes. My brother in Christ, Tekken Tag 2 was a hard Tekken game. It just was. It's probably the hardest Tekken game to play and be good at. It sold the worst. It had the least amount of people showing up for tournaments, like comparably to older ones like 5. It didn't sell anywhere near as good as 5. And then 7 came out, tweaked the game in a slightly easier direction, and killed it. Like, 7 kills Tag 2. It's not even comparable. The Tekken team and the publishing team at Namco are afraid to make another Tekken Tag game because of how bad Tekken Tag did. Tekken Tag 2, specifically. A fighting game being hard is nothing to, like, brag about and make yourself seem like a better person for enjoying. That's Virtua Fighter's problem. This franchise is hard. It's difficult. It has 3 buttons and it's harder to play than Tekken. In a way that is not fun. Is every character like that? No, absolutely not. But they do need to fix stuff. I hope they do, because if this game is successful, maybe Soul Calibur will come back. If this game is successful, maybe Dead or Alive will come back. If this game is successful, maybe Bloody Roar comes back. You know, like, it's just a possibility. And I would like to see that. My personal negative opinions towards Virtua Fighter aside, I would like to see this game be successful. And yeah, that's all I have to say. Like, I hope it's good. I hope they start revealing characters who have never been in this franchise before, some new blood, some things we haven't seen. Supposedly, I'm not a Virtua Fighter player. I don't know anything about the story. I don't know anybody who knows anything about the story personally, if you want me to be honest. It's vicarious through content creators. But supposedly, that's not Sarah Bryant. Supposedly, that's like her niece or something. It's someone related to her, but who's much younger. So, yeah, if that's the case, they're off to a great start. Because it feels like Street Fighter pulled this, like just putting the game slightly in the future, not as far in the future as we all thought. People were saying it's like over a decade, over 15 years past the events of Third Strike. That's only like 2 or 3 years past the events of Third Strike, but go off, I guess. Which doesn't make any sense, because the chick with the computer being that little girl in Third Strike, she's a teenager now. Like, that was a child in Third Strike, but whatever. But yeah, I can't wait to see more about this game.